Hey, Railbirds, here we are at the 2023 WPA World Artistic Pool Championships. We have 21 of the best artistic pool and trick shot players from the world competing in this. We had a fantastic turnout, and we've already seen lots of great plays, lots of drama. Hopefully, we'll have plenty more of that today. We are coming at you live from the Boys and Girls Club of the Great Lakes Bay region here in Bay City, Michigan. Also, I would like to give a thank you to our sponsors. Without our sponsors, a lot of this would not be possible, so we thank you very much for your support. I'm being joined today by the one, the only, Mr. Mark White. Hey, Mark, how you doing over there?
Good morning from Thailand. I'm doing great. 4 a.m. here. Looking forward to this next round.
Yeah, players are tradition here is to everyone to shake everybody's hands, give a hug before starting play, because we really are just a big family here. You'll see them cheering each other on, even when they're competing against them at the same table. They still cheer each other on. It's you don't see that in a regular pool tournament.
No, you certainly don't. At each other's throats in normal pool, but they're all cuddly like teddy bears, aren't they here? There's Florian. There's...
All right, looks like we are just
comes
ready
Jimmy.
to get this show on the road.
And Will DeYonker, one of my favourites, a legend of the game.
All right, and at the table, that is Steve Markle, the Blue Shark.
I think we're going to have Tom Rossman in the booth with us as soon as he's finished doing what he's doing. The Philly flash look.
Oh, I updated that, except it didn't get changed. Let me fix that real quick. All right, we are starting off. Shot 1A, discipline 5, the triple reverse bank.
Oh, yeah, I like this. Looks like it's not going in. And it didn't.
And we are being joined by Dr. Q himself, Tom Rossman. How you doing? How you doing, Tom?
Well, I'm doing fine. Guess who's back, Mark?
Slim Shady.
Hey, I'm back. Anyway, good to be back. This is, by the way, my favorite discipline. This is the one, when I stopped competing, this was the last discipline that I won, bank kick, and I said, that's enough. So, and it's beautiful, so.
Yeah, you sometimes see this played on a pool table, actually, in a pool match. Great shot.
Hey, you want to join us? You got another mic? Okay. We have a, Mark, thank you for that. We have a person that wanted to kind of join us.
You've gone quiet, guys. I don't hear a thing. What's he pressed? He's pressed the wrong button. Stop pressing buttons, Tom.
You ready? This is great. Hang on, we're gonna get to you here. What about now?
Yep, that's good.
Okay, how you doing?
You disappeared, Tom. You disappeared, Tom.
You know what? That's the final act. When I do the final trick shot, they make me disappear. It's gonna be great. So what's up? What do you want to know, Mark?
Who's
today?
in the booth? Who's in the booth with us?
Well, it's Dr. Q, and possibly Jason Lynch. He's not here just now, but it's you got to put up with me for a while, okay?
Okay,
All right.
I can suffer that.
All right. The first shot you mentioned. This is a favorite shot of yours, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this shot. We'll be pretty much just me talking with you here, Mark, and the audience. We can cover stuff. So if you got any questions, ask away, okay?
Yeah, I was just wondering how this actually works, Tom. What's the physics behind this shot?
It's a very interesting shot. The balls are lined up dead straight across the table, and you don't really have to put any spin on this. You can, but it loses a little bit of it. It reverses. When you hit this like a half ball with a dead ball cue ball, it actually induces throw to the object ball, and it makes it twist back toward you after he hits the first rail. English sometimes takes it off of the twist, because English slides off a ball if you put side spin. If you hit a dead ball, it kind of like pushes it and it twists it. That's the principle. It's a twisting action of the ball.
You can see he's aiming low left there, look.
Yeah, he is. He's using, but see, it doesn't take as much English. You notice?
No.
On a table with new cloth, and we talked about this before, Mark, in another session, that when you have new cloth like this, it's difficult to get twists with side spin for this particular shot. You have to almost hit a dead ball.
Doesn't grab, does it?
It will not. It will not. No, because you got to keep in mind we have new cloth, we have new balls, and there's not enough friction for it to take with the English. Listen, when one ball hits another, it's only in touch with it for a nanosecond. So there's not enough time for it to grab and take the English, unless they're real dirty balls or something. And in this shot, if you hit a dead ball, the ball's sliding when it hits the first ball. When it slides, it kind of punches the English on the ball without having to twist the English on it. And it works great. So, yeah, this is a great shot.
Oh, this looks very complicated. This looks very complicated.
Yeah, well, you should be sitting where I am.
I should be.
Yeah.
But I'm safer here, Tom.
Yeah, I know. Are you in Thailand?
I am, yes. I'm sat behind my screen. You're there live, aren't you? So you're
I am
in the
live.
danger zone.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in the danger. Now, here, let's explain this shot. I love this shot. Okay, he's got these balls lined up along the rail. It looks complicated, but it's actually a really nice little easy shot. It's like a 7-degree. No, I think this is a 6. This is first shot. This particular shot, the idea is to send a cue ball around the table and hit the first ball. There's 3 groups there. And you notice there's 3 balls are on the spots, or on the top of a piece of chalk. The other balls are up close to it, so it's like a domino effect. You can kind of see there. The domino effect, when you hit the first ball, you can actually go all the way around the table with like 50 balls with a domino effect. And what happens is the first ball gets hit. You see the diagram there. It goes around 5 rails, hits the first ball, and it just dominoes down, and the idea is to make that 8 ball in that corner pocket. So here it is. He's got to make the 2 in the corner. The cue ball is going to go 5 cushions all the way around the table, hit the first ball there away from the end rail. Watch the domino. I think Jimmy will make this shot. He loves this shot. Watch it now. There it is. Watch it now. Watch it. Oh.
No. Too close to that corner pocket.
Yeah, that's called being short of the shot. It was too short is what it was. So what he'll do now is he will lengthen the shot out. That means he's on the first rail that the cue ball hits. Instead of hitting close to the side pocket, he'll hit further down, like at the middle diamond or something. And it'll come around 5 rails, and he'll lengthen it out. This is called lengthening the shot out, and they get 3 attempts. So he'll make the adjustment. He knows exactly how to adjust for this.
The general.
The general, yeah. And by the way, he does not sell insurance, okay? So here we go. Come on, Jimmy. Oh, no, he pushed it into the side point. That's unusual. I thought he would make that. Well, he's not done yet. He gets 3 attempts. By the way, the scoring, just so we all know, the scoring is pretty simple. This is 6.0 degree of difficulty. So if he makes it first try 6, second try 5, third try 4, miss 0.
Well, you said it was simple, and it is, isn't it? This looks
Watch
better.
it.
This looks much better.
Oh, he missed the 9.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to see that first time, you can buy some videos that show that first time. They work great. By the way, Mark, if anybody is listening has a problem with the humor translation, I'll be glad to translate all my jokes.
I think it's mainly Americans, so you're okay. I think I'm the one that's in danger of not having the jokes understood, Tom.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's all right. So here we go. Let's see. Now, this is William DeYonker. He's quite a guy, I tell you. You heard the introductions, and he's so talented. He has the highest score ever. 296 points out of 320. It's almost sheer perfection in the whole program. This was done several years ago. Oh, what
the
a shot.
Hustler Bank shot.
Yeah, you know the
is
shot.
Is it because... Yeah, I do know this
You
shot.
know where it came from, don't you? It came from that movie.
Oh, yes, the
Remember
Hustler.
Paul Newman did it, and by the way, this is interesting. Paul Newman did the Hustler Bank, but the 9 and the other ball wasn't there. This is called really the Hustler Bank with dressing, because the dressing are the 2 balls in the way. He's got to come out from between them and watch the cue ball get out of the way, and the 8 goes in the pocket. Missed it. A little more cut. This is an upstroke. It's called an upstroke. As you hit the ball, the cue stick comes up across the top of the 8, so you don't foul. There's no foul here if you hit it right. He's cutting the ball a little bit. Watch the 8. Oh, too much. That was too much cut. He'll go right in between those 2. You know, it's interesting. There's a few more nerves than I've normally seen, because they're playing for $100 per discipline, and that's never been done before. So they put a little bit of pressure on them. They win the discipline, they get an extra $100. No, that's really rare. Yeah.
It all helps, doesn't it, Tom, towards the overall costs and travelling and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, because by the way, we've got 21 players from 5 continents. So it does cost money. And even the guys locally, you know, they've got expenses they got to pay if they're not staying, if they're like 20 miles away. They're staying in a hotel here. It's expensive. We know that just from the other disciplines of the cue sports. Okay, I think here you're going to see Jimmy. There, he's going to shoot it too. So you'll see it go in.
Yeah, and there's the quiet man. Looks sat in the background.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. There you go. Did you see that? Can we replay that? Let's do this and watch his cue stick and watch the cue ball.
Sounded like a miscue.
Yes, that's what it's an upstroke. So you're actually almost miscuing, but it actually comes off the ball. Okay, here it is. Watch this. See this cue come up in the air?
Beautiful.
That's an upstroke, and the cue ball came out, and the 8 ball goes in. Isn't that beautiful? I love that.
Now, we've already seen this man win 1 discipline this morning, didn't we?
Oh, in a playoff, Mark. Did you see the playoff?
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was on the stream. Yeah. Here. Now Steve is left-handed. He's going to do it from the other side. You're allowed to do it from any of the 4 corners, and he'll make it. He'll probably make this shot. Now you'll notice he's elevating his stick on the back. You can make the shot either way, but if you elevate your stick, you lose a little bit of the accuracy. So you got to be a little bit careful. In the movie The Hustler, Paul Newman elevated his cue so everybody learned it. I learned it with a level cue, and it makes the shot a little bit easier, but see how he's elevated?
There's Florian Venom Cola in the background.
Yes, he is there. That's right. Yeah, Florian, what a guy. Here we go. See the elevation, you lose a little accuracy because now you're in 2 axes of the ball. If you can keep your cue level, you only deal with the vertical position. Once you elevate, you're dealing with the diagonal axes of the ball, and you add accuracy problems. Now, Steve should make this. He's a really focused young guy, and he used to do this all the time. There it is. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
I like the way he played that.
Yeah, second attempt. By the way, if you're doing this shot at home and you're not able to make it with this 9 and this, I think it's like a 15 ball maybe, just turn the 2 balls around and it works perfect. Okay, you'll get it. We do this a lot because the mental game. See the 12 and the 9? Just turn them around and the mind sees a different shot and all of a sudden you make it. Isn't that pretty what he did? I love that shot.
Yes, a lot harder than it looks, isn't it, that shot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
I
by the
like this. Now I can do this one, Tom.
Okay.
They taught me this one.
Well, what do you do? Just like that, you mean?
Just like that.
What did you do, Mark? Explain that to us. What did you do?
Well, I thinly cut the ball, sent the cue ball across the table, and by the time the object ball gets to the opening of the side pocket, the cue ball comes back and knocks it in.
So a time shot, you mean?
Probably best to watch this. Look, yeah, this one.
Look at this. Oh, nice job, Mark. You should be over here. What are you doing? Get in the competition. That was great.
That's my only shot, Tom, and it takes me about 10 attempts, so I don't think
So the other 39 you can forget about, huh?
I'm the guy on that video that you keep talking about.
Oh, I
gets it first time.
Come on, make this shot. Oh, man, that was close. By the way, this shot was also in the movies. Do you remember? It was Color Money or maybe Pool Hall Junkies. Do you remember when Tom Cruise shot it?
Yeah, that was Colour of Money.
Yeah, this was the shot. I think he did it one-handed, though, jack up. I don't think he shot it with two hands. I don't remember exactly, but watch this. Come on, make the adjustment.
He's playing it a lot harder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's shooting it hard. Oh, see, it's tough.
The trouble when you're doing that,
no,
the cue ball's going to come off at a different angle, isn't it?
Yeah, what happens when you hit hard high? It loops. It's called a looping cue ball, you know? You hit the rail and it loops off the rail. If you hit it smooth, it just comes like natural bank.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close. Yeah.
Oh, that was
Well,
close.
You know, Steve's come back to the game. He just, by the way, he just won the championship we had down in West Virginia. I think Rail Birch was there at that, and he won that championship, so he knows all the shots. But some of these shots, you really have to get the speed perfect, because the speed's what makes a difference on this table. When you got such a good condition like this, you've got to get your speed perfect. A little too hard, a little too easy, forget it, it's not going to work.
Ah, Pool Hall Junkies, says Chris, was the movie. Well done,
Yeah, I thought it
Chris.
was Pool Hall Junkies. Yeah, Pool Hall Junkies. That was it.
That was Christopher Walken, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah. Here we go. Now Will's doing it too. Watch this. Boom. How you like it?
Oh, straight in.
Yeah, I love it. I wonder how many people you would play if they did that in the middle of a game to you. Think about taking up tiddlywinks, maybe. That's a great shot. I
What's
love
coming
it.
next, Tom?
Well,
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh, I love this. Is one of my favourites.
Good.
This is the close ball in the middle of the table,
Boom.
hitting
Yes.
it all the way in the table. I love this one.
And up and down the cues. It's kind of like a railroad shot, you know? But it doesn't actually go up the cues. It comes off the cues. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, the cue ball is going to hit the yellow in the pocket D down here. Cue ball is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 off the cues. 2 more rails into the ball in the side pocket. What a great shot.
Yeah, here come the balls in the centre.
Yeah, this is a fantastic shot.
Yeah, this is one of them that looks fabulous when it comes off.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shot. We used to have a category. It was called prop, novelty, special arts. But we discovered that in many of the disciplines, players were using props anyway. So we renamed prop, novelty, special arts to special arts only, and they use props in all the categories now. This is critical to set up here. You see the lineup, it's not to the pocket. He's allowing for a thing called throw. When he shoots that one ball, it's going to throw. He actually got lined up to the corner of the pocket. It's going to throw into the center of the pocket. And then the cue ball, watch it take off around the table. It's like a what they call a pinball shot. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. Listen to it.
Is this legal?
A legal shot? Yeah. Well, you know, that's a great question. You know, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh yes. What a shot. Okay, here's the answer to your question. In a regular game of pool, it's like a half ball hit. It would depend upon the rules of that particular tournament or however they operate. However, in artistic pool, everything's legal. The only thing that's illegal in artistic pool is if you knock a ball off the table, it's a foul. Other than that, almost everything counts, except for something obviously a violation of a double hit or something like that.
Well, he hit that perfect, didn't he?
Oh man,
Tremendous
this is the way it's done in videos. It's awesome. It's fantastic. And they all.
I've actually seen this shot played using one cue only as well. I saw. Forget who it was, but I think it might have been Tim Chin that did it with one cue.
Yeah, you know what he does, Mark? He just gets a real heavy stick. If you have it stays there locked in. Now, the reason they're using that second cue is it's like a double wall. So when that cue ball comes around and hits it, it doesn't really move anything. one cue, if you use a too light of a cue, it vibrates a little bit and you lose the accuracy into that next rail. Now see, he's got it angled. You see the angle here? His 11 is actually lined up to almost to the center of the pocket. I'm not sure if that 11's going to
Yeah.
Let's see what the 11 does.
Come to the right, it
Oh,
should.
you see where he hit? He actually hit he almost missed that 11. It went to the right.
He's
Yeah,
just
great.
invented a new shot.
Well, listen, these guys, when they miss, invent a new shot every time. You know, they can't replicate it, but they invent new shots.
Yeah, very, very famously, Efren Reyes says that he's learnt lots of his kicks from people's mistakes and stuff like that, you know, and shots that have gone wrong.
Well, you know, Mark, that's just life. You learn from your mistakes. And so the mistakes are not really mistakes, they're just the learning process. That's just everything there is. You knew Colonel Sanders. Did you know Colonel Sanders?
I knew him well when he
Okay,
was in the army, when he was the army chef.
Okay, I got the joke. Now listen, Colonel Sanders, they interviewed him one time, and they told him, he says, you know, how did you ever get the secret recipe? Because you were a failure. You failed like 99 times. You're a failure. He says, no, he says, each one of the failures was a success in disguise. That's how you learn. You grow, you adjust, you grow, you adjust, and finally, you get the answer you're looking for.
Yeah, it's true in so many different aspects of life, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a game of life, basically, on a pool table. You can relate everything on this table to something in life.
He who never made a mistake never made anything.
That's for sure. Oh, come on, look at this.
This is
Come
better.
on, come on, baby. Get it, get it, get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. How do you like that one? Did you see that little, he went to the camera. Did you notice he kind of put a thumbs up to the camera on that?
Yeah, he should do what the tennis players do, come over and sign it. But I don't think Sherry and Kevin would be very pleased.
Maybe he should just throw the racket at the camera or something. That's what they do sometimes. Wasn't there a guy named John McEnroe? He was kind of like the poster child of tennis.
He was the devil of tennis, I think.
Yeah, it was something.
Described as.
Wasn't that something? But anyway, look at that. Isn't that a pretty shot? It's beautiful. Now, what do we got on score right now? We are the Blue Shark, 20. And look at William and Jimmy are tied, but I'm not sure if he's on his. Jimmy hasn't shot yet, so he's got a chance to go into the lead here. And I think this is probably an 8, maybe, degree of difficulty. So if he makes this, he goes into the lead. He'll either have 22 or 23. I think it's an 8. Jimmy's on fire. By the way, you saw that, Mark, in the playoff. He won. He won that playoff in the follow category.
Yeah, with my favourite shot through the window.
Yes.
Got it second attempt.
Oh no! Look at this! Look at this! Watch the cue ball go in.
Put it there again, and he can make it twice.
He combines shots all the time. They ought to put that in the program. Make the other ball and then make the cue ball after it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot, is it?
I like that. See, that's how a lot of these shots are
let's
created.
get that one on the menu.
Yeah, that's how shots often get created. You see something, you say, "Wait a second! I never thought of that before." These guys are so masterful, creative. You know, they've got this beautiful palette, the pool table, and they got their cue stick, which is the paintbrush, and then they got all these beautiful colors to choose from, and they're making this portrait for us to watch. It's awesome.
Picture paints 1,000 words.
Oh man, it's awesome. You know, it's interesting. We had one of the tables. We had a guy from Taiwan. We had a guy from France. We had a guy from South America, Spanish, French, and Chinese. They never understood a word they were saying, but the table was the common link. Here we go. Here it goes. Watch this. Come on, baby.
No, wide.
The table is a universal language. You can be completely from different countries, different languages, and this table is the equalizer. Everybody seems to love the trick stuff. You know, it's fantastic. Jimmy, make an adjustment here. He knows about every adjustment there is. It's just catching it just right when on this attempt.
there you see the set just slightly
Yep.
to the left of
That's
the
right.
pocket.
Do you notice they tap the balls sometimes? People ask me why do they tap them, and when you put a ball on the table, you want to keep it locked in. You don't want to pound it. We're not allowed to do that. There's rules against that. Here, watch this. Come on, Jimmy. Come on. Spin over there. Spin over there.
It has.
Oh, yes. How do you like it? Let's see what he got here. Did he make that on the third attempt? Let's find out here.
Yes, third attempt, yeah.
So is that 6 points? You have 21? No, it must have been a 9. Because I don't have my thing in front of me here. I'm still learning how to commentate.
Yeah, he got it third attempt, so it's 7 points
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. So that was a 9-degree difficulty. Look at this. Watch this, how nice it. Watch this. Here it comes. Are you ready? See it spinning? See the dots spin? Watch this. Just nudge it. Just tap it. Oh, that was close.
Oh, the faintest of glances.
Who's doing that camera work? That was awesome.
Well, if there wasn't any paint on that ball...
No. Well, you know what? There's a
wouldn't
stripe
have
on
made
it.
that.
No, there's a stripe on it. It's a little bit bigger than the other ones. It sticks out a little bit, you know. That helps when you use the stripe.
Yeah, it's a little bit heavier as well, isn't it? Which makes it... There we go. Look, we was talking about Everin Reyes. Oh, yes, I like this one.
Isn't this a great shot?
Actually, yeah, he played this in a match, I remember.
He did. Wow. What, like a 10-ball game? Or no, not a 10-ball game. What was he playing? Like some...
Yeah, it was 10 ball, funnily enough.
Watch this. He's going to stop the cue ball. And the ball's going to come back and go off a carom into the side. This is a 10. This is a great shot. Come on, catch it. Oh, he made it.
There.
He made it. He did it. Did you see it? He did the camera again. Did you see the move he made? That was awesome. He must have some family looking in. That was great. Look at him smile. Did you see him smile over there? He's a smiler.
Yeah, you'll notice also that each player takes it in turn to go first, so it's equal.
Yeah, we rotate between the players from shot to shot. Here, look at this. There it goes. Catch it. Wow. You know, Mark, I feel like I'm out there playing every shot with him. I love it. You can just feel it.
I love the way that you still get so excited. I mean, you've seen this shot obviously millions of times, all these shots we're seeing over the years, and you still get as excited as if it's the first time you're seeing it, Tom. It's great.
Yeah. Well, you become a kid in a candy shop, and these guys are becoming the same, almost all of them. Come on, no, wrong side. But that's what it is. There's an excitement to these shots you can't get even out of the normal pool, so to speak, you know. It's more of a kind of a serious, this is serious, but yet there's a certain amount of heart game here that you can't express. And even when they miss, they get an adrenaline flow on them, you know, and the other players are kind of saying, oh, no, it's different. Come on, Jimmy, hit it. Oh, he made it. Did you see? He made it. What is going on here? This is a hard shot, man. Look at here. Jimmy's got 31.
He wants another title.
Yeah, and Steve is going to shoot the same one, I believe. Yeah, he's going to do this. This is a pretty popular shot. They all shoot. Look at that. Man, he hit that good. You know, it's interesting. This shot is used often when you have nothing else. You can use it in pool, in the regular games. So you want to keep this in mind, those that are watching. This shot you're going to see can be used when you don't have a shot on. Now you're playing a game of 8-ball and you don't have a shot. You can use this shot. It comes up.
I'm sure you know Ralph Eckhart.
Oh, he's my buddy. I love her. Ralph's great.
He has some great two-ball shots, didn't he, like these?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if you can go off that side, though. I think it's got to be. I'd have to look at the program for that one. See, another new shot we just created. That'd be neat. Go 2 rails on it. Never seen it before. Come on. Hit it.
Yes.
Oh, man, that was close. So how much was that off?
One more.
Not much. Not much. Boy, these tables are playing so nice. We want to thank statewide billiards here. They brought these tables in. They were the main sponsor of the tables. Just fantastic. Thanks to them for helping us have this event.
What's that cue ball just closer to the side rail?
He's got a little angle to start with. You want to have that pretty straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got here? That is... Oh, here it is.
You can use the side rail, look.
Yeah, that's, by the way, Chris Woodrum, who just chimed in on that, is one of our artistic pool players. He's ranked on the ranking list, world ranking, and he's out of West Virginia too. Or not West Virginia, he's out of Virginia, but he plays in the tournaments, and he knows the rules by heart. He's got them memorized.
Oh, I like the sound of this one. I love a double kiss.
Yeah, how do you
Come on,
like?
what's going to happen here, Tom?
Great shot. Cue ball hits the 1 ball. It's real close to it. It hits the 1 into the 3, and because the cue ball and the 1 are together pretty much yet, as soon as the cue ball hits the 1 and the 3 goes in, because they're still sitting there, the cue ball double kisses back into the side pocket to make the side ball. So 1 hits the 3, 3 goes in, cue ball and the 1 ball are still together, hitting it low, and the cue ball comes back to the side pocket. Both balls, all the balls go in. I think you got to have a ball with this other side too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's got, these are pretty much for, yes. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, see the ball here on the E pocket? It's the orange, he's got a ball there. He's got to make all 3 balls. I love it too, the double kiss, you can hear it. This would be completely illegal in a regular game unless you did what they call a continual motion stroke shot, like the pros allow it, I think. But it's a double kiss. It's cool. Fun shot.
My
Not
local pool. My local pool.
You see that? How easy?
Kiss.
See how easy that was? By the way, that was. Let's see, that would have been the first shot in stroke. See, that's actually, we call the category of stroke is kind of an assortment of strokes. Look at the cue ball. Isn't that great? So it's interesting, that shot. There's 6 ounces on the 1 ball. There's 6 ounces on the 2nd ball. And the cue ball's 6 ounces. So you have 12 ounces technically pushing the cue ball back is what it is. The energy of the 2nd ball pushes that 1 ball back into the cue ball. Here we go. He's going to do the same thing. See the rack, what he's using? That's a good way to keep him straight. That's how you help your setup. Now he just tap in the 1 and tap in the 6. Take 2 balls out. That's the requirement. 2 ball gap is the requirement. That's specific. Take the rack away. 6 ounces into 6 ounces. Cue ball still with the 6 ounces. Hits the other 6 ounces, and at 12 pushes the cue ball back. Withdrawal on a double kiss into the side. Good angle here. A little bit off on the, you got to hit this perfectly low. No side spin, just a dead low hit. You don't even have to really hit it that low. It's going to come back because of the double hit. It comes back. Listen, if you're going against 12 ounces, you'd come back too. That's what it is. See that? Look at that spin. Isn't that great? I love that shot. Yeah, it's unusual to miss that. He'll make it.
Well, you notice he hasn't got the triangle straight anyway.
Well, that's interesting, yeah. Oh,
Look.
Oh, it is it not straight? No, a little bit, maybe.
No, I don't think it is.
Maybe that's why he missed it, Mark. I didn't catch that. You're right. Yeah, if you use that rack, you better have it straight. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there it looks like it's lined up straight, the balls, but it's a little bit of an illusion. We're back a ways from the table, but
I don't think they are. I don't think they are straight.
You know, I think you're right. I think the 11, the cue ball's cocked back to the right a little bit for the 8, isn't it?
Look at the blue. The blue 2's not in line with the.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
in line with 2 of the balls,
Yeah.
but.
Let's see, Mark, what happens.
Look,
here.
see.
Yeah. Watch this. You're right.
And again, You see,
I tell you what, Mark.
that was predictable.
I'm moving to Thailand. And I'm gonna get a lesson from you. I'm ready. You got any racks down there we can learn how to put them down?
It's actually Island now because my eyes are improving over here.
Your eyes are improving. There's got to be a joke in there somewhere. I'm not sure what that means. Island. You mean Ireland?
No, Thailand without the T.
See, Thailand with a T. Oh, I get it. I finally got it.
You're supposed to be the translator, Tom. Come on.
Let me tell you something now, Mark. I tell you stories. Let me tell you a funny thing that happened to me.
Come on, then.
For 30 years of my life, I was Dr. Q doing half the shots I made I missed so I could do a joke, right? Nobody laughed at the jokes, but I got paid for doing jokes that weren't funny, and they brought me back to do more for 30 years. What a scam, huh? I loved it. It was like look, it's just like the Globetrotters in basketball. What they do is they miss half their baskets, and they do jokes that aren't funny, and people come back and see them again. And that's what it was called. I call it table trottering. I loved it, Mark. That was my life, and they equipped me to enjoy the game without having to make everything under pressure. Even though I did that in World Championships, but it was different when I did my career entertainment work.
I saw the Globetrotters in London in 1973.
Yeah, they're great.
At Earl's Court.
Was Meadowlark Lemon with them then?
He was, yeah, the little Meadowlark Lemon.
Look at he went to the other side. That's unusual. I think it's only a 6. So Meadowlark Lemon was there. What about Curly? Was he there? You remember the dribbler?
Curly was there. They were all there.
Do you know what happened to them? What happened eventually? Those guys kind of passed out, from that. And what happened is they had to create, new Globetrotters. So
Yeah.
They were looking for good basketball players so they could still have some skills to demonstrate. But the problem was they found some players that didn't know how to put a smile on people's faces. So they almost struggled to even make it. And then one day, whoever was in charge of them says, no, we got to hire not just people with halfway decent skills. We want the entertainment first, and we'll bring the skills and develop them. Without the entertainment, you lose your fan base, and that's what we need. That's why I like some of the stuff that's going on in pool. They're thinking about the fans now a lot more. It's not so much about the players. They're going to get rewarded. But without the fans, we got nothing.
I've always said, Tom, Q Sports, it's an entertainment, and you need to entertain people. And if if you don't entertain them, then they're going to stop watching, aren't they?
No.
They're going to find something
what's the
else
point?
more entertaining.
You're going to get no ratings, nothing. They're going to turn the dial and watch something else. That's why I liked Efren so much. Efren, even when he missed, he had that little turn his kind of quince his face a little bit, and people knew he was kind of enjoying it, even though he maybe would miss once in a while. Did he ever miss? I'm not sure if Efren ever missed.
Well, I do know that every shot he ever made, I got lucky.
Yeah, I heard that. Exactly. Here, he's going to make this. Watch this. No problem. See how easy he did that? Wasn't that beautiful make?
Yeah, he missed the 3 though.
Yeah, wasn't that beautiful? He laughed.
I'm not sure Will DeYonker would agree with you.
No, he's laughing. He said something funny to the guys at the table. He was probably laughing at himself for missing a 6.0. Because this is the guy that had the 296, keep in mind. He never hardly ever missed. But he's come back. He laid off through COVID, he laid off, coming back. He did it to support the sport, and he'll get in the 16 playoff finalists, but he's not going to be quite at the same form he used to be at, but he's going to do fine because he's still a great competitor. I just heard they're creating new shots on the other tables. You see what I said, Mark? Everybody creates new shots. They're laughing at Chai Min Ling from Taiwan. He just created a new shot. It's kind of funny, this event. You get the laughter. These players are trying to compete, and they enjoy it. They're not being interfered with here. to come
Florian was busy making notes there for his next trick shot. He's keeping an eye open. Don't you worry about that.
There it is. He made it.
There it goes.
You're darn right he is. That's right, Mark. Florian is a student of the game. What'd you think of that record he did? You heard about the record, right?
Yeah, I've got one word for it. Insane.
Yeah. Did you guys stream that by the chance? Was that streamed? No.
No.
What an amazing record.
It was streamed, but we didn't stream it.
I see. It's just amazing that anybody could last that long. I thought I could last. Give me a break. My wife used to tell me, my wife's name is Miss Q, you know that. And Miss Q used to say, you know what? She'd have to pull me off the stage after 3 hours and say, he's just like a top. You wind up and he keeps spinning and you can't stop it. I kind of like that.
Feeding off the buzz of the crowd, Tom, hey?
I love doing it. That's my favorite thing to do. There hasn't been enough of it, and you know, I got to tell you kind of a funny story. One time, it was on ESPN. This is a wonderful story. I was on ESPN, and Matt Brown, of course, was the promoter. Him and Betty Ann have passed away since then, but when we had the Trick Shot Magic, I was a little concerned that when I'd make a shot, the ratings went through the roof. It was one of the highest rated, I think it was the highest rated show in the history of the game with Mike and myself and a few other players. So what happens is, every time I'd make a shot, I'd jump up in the air and yell, hot dog. And people only recognized me as the hot dog kid. So I was concerned it was unsportsmanlike. Maybe the players didn't like it. So I went to Matt. I said, Matt, do you care if I jump up in the air? I don't want to do anything unsportsmanlike. He said, well, we have a definite problem, Tom. He says, I said, okay, what is it? He says, can you jump higher? See, this is the key, Mark, to anything in life. You jump higher. Go to a lofty goal, jump higher, and then the joy comes out. And that's what it's about, whether it's in your work or your game or whatever you do.
Listen, Tom, when ESPN say jump, you say how high.
That's right. Yep, that's exactly right. I don't see players jumping high enough sometimes. Now, you got to be careful because some of these ceilings are low, and here you can jump pretty good, about 14 feet. I jumped so high one time, I had a microphone on the side of my body. It came off my body. I'm carrying it through the arena on this cord. It was so funny. It was actually very funny. Here it is. Look at this. Oh, wait, what happened?
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah, but no,
made
wait,
the 9 in the side. Yeah, that was good.
They're discussing something here. Huh?
I thought it was good.
Can we
play the
can we
replay?
we're gonna wait, Steve, hold on. We're gonna play it back. We're gonna play it back and look at it.
I think it was good.
I think it was good.
I think it was good, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play this back. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. He hits the ball. The 14 has to hit the 9. The 9's moving. Watch. Yeah. The 9's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good shot. Yep. Yep. Good shot. Thank you, Railbirds. That's great. Isn't that great?
I told you my eyesight's improving in Thailand. It looked good to me.
Now, I do believe that if the 9 ball would have hit the other stripe before it went in the pocket, then it wouldn't have counted. But because it was still free by itself, it counted. And that's why that was given. And the way it's written up, you're not allowed any kind of combos, double hits and stuff, but that wasn't really anything except another ball moving in the process. Oh, it was another new shot.
I love the love in the room. It really does translate onto the screen, you know. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I want to thank Boys and Girls Club, opened up their home to us here. This is the first time we've had a fundraiser event. The money raised at this event, door fees, other things, went to the Boys and Girls Club here, the Great Lakes Bay region, and that was thanks to Jason Lynch, who was the current president of the Artistic Pool Division under the WPA, and he was able to acquire many sponsors, and it started with statewide billiards with the provision of the tables, and it went right through the roof after that. It was awesome. So thanks to Jason and the Boys and Girls Club.
It'd be great as well if we could get to see some of the kids have a go at a few shots. I don't know whether you're doing that. Are you in the arena at all?
You know, it's a great question.
Okay, good.
We have on the horizon. By the way, the artistic pool division is under the WPA, and they have the responsibility now to create. We had a board meeting 2 nights ago. We have a responsibility. We've had it since the beginning to create educational programs for the kids. Now, Mark, you may not know this, but in 1991, my wife and I were doing junior and amateur events in Vegas before the pro movement ever existed. That's why they came originally to me to ask about a pro division. We were tied up, Marty and I, but we finally evolved with fair boards. We had a division board and we had a shot selection committee. And the youth programs and they still existed through Marty and me, but under the WPA right now, we have a clause that says we should have training programs in juniors. So we are in the process of working on that right now as I speak. Nothing here, but we're going to have probably eventually a junior world championship, which is what we're shooting for.
Fabulous. And without getting, too political about the current situation regarding WPA and private enterprises.
Yeah, I understand.
This is one of the things that is so important about federations and governing bodies.
Yeah.
They do have the good of the game as a whole at their interest rather than just one particular discipline of the sport. So hats off to WPA.
Yeah, and without the juniors, the next generation, you don't have much of anything anyway. Look at that shot. Now this is a great shot here. You see what he's doing? He is trying to send this cue ball through the first ball. You'll see this. See how watch it. It's a fouette. This is called a fouette shot. Let me explain that term. Fouette, it goes around. It says fouette means to whip, W-H-I-P. It sounds like a whip cracking. It's a 2 millimeter gap between the 2 ball and the cue ball. This is a legal stroke shot when you hit it right. It's legal. You rapid rate of acceleration with an extreme high and a little snap of the whip. Watch. You'll hear the crack. Hear the crack?
Wow.
But on that one, he had too much arm and not enough wrist. This is a wrist action shot. It's just a snap of the wrist, just cracks the whip. That's how you get a whip to work right, not by the arm, by the wrist. And the cue ball, when you hit it, it goes off at the tangent around, and then it goes around with the spin. It goes around the ball. Now he's got more. I guess they have an allowance here. They're doing more than 2 millimeter. Here we go. Now, I'm not quite sure why they did. Apparently on this, they've had a modification in the program. It used to be 2 millimeter. On this one, you're trying to do a follow shot, but having a gap of a ½ inch, it looked like, or maybe an inch, and that's hard to do. That's why. Yeah, I know it's fouette, but the gap's too big, so it's kind of more of a forced follow, I think. That's interesting. I've never seen it done that way before. I'm learning. When's the test? I'm ready.
Talking of he's interesting as well, this guy, DeYonker.
He'll give you another. Go on, Just go walk down. He'll give you a new cue ball, okay? They're in a box down there. Excuse me.
Tom's going to go help him get a new cue ball.
He's broken the ball, has he?
Something. This is why we can't have nice things.
Or perhaps he's gone off to get a Calfax curveball. Perhaps it's a different ball he's going for. Here we go.
All right, new cue ball freshly acquired.
How many spares do we have on standby then?
First one's free. After that, they're going to cost you.
Three seat worth 8 points on the first attempt. There you see from the diagram. Off the 1 ball, curve the cue ball around the stack and make the ball in the corner. Chalk width apart. How thick's
Yeah,
a block of chalk, Kevin? Do we know? What is it?
It's
3/4 of an inch?
It's roughly the width of a cube of chalk.
I'm back.
I thought so.
I'm back. What we do is we're in what's called the stroke category now, and in this discipline, the cue ball, it's really hard on the cue ball. They get marks, they different things. So we're doing cue ball exchanges on this discipline, and I had to go up and make sure that we had the individual doing that ready to go when they asked for a cue ball. So sorry for the delay on my part. Yeah, see here, Caitlin says, for these type of shots, the cleaner the ball, the better. And then she's out. Caitlin, by the way, one of our lady artistic pool players. She didn't make this event, but what a gal she is.
I remember her from the stream last year.
Yes.
She was in the chat a lot.
You remember her nickname?
Oh, give me the first letter.
W. If it's still the same
Wonder
as
Woman.
You got it.
Wonder Woman.
Mark, you're amazing.
Really?
That's on the test. How'd you know that? Unless she corrects us, that's the name.
Was that a 9-pointer, Tom?
This one, you mean the one they're shooting now?
No, my getting the W.
Was it? Well, you get 3 attempts. That's funny. That's a funny one. Look at this. Look at this. Watch the spin.
Oh, yes.
Look at the spin.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
what a shot. This is a really, really tough shot here. Now, by the way, he hit that cue ball. If you look at that cue ball right now, you hit a ball 3 or 4 times like that, you're going to have to get the cue ball clean because the chalk, it kind of sits on the surface. They're really digging into the cue ball here. You don't do this in a regular game very often, but I know in snooker they want a clean cue ball, and we have to have it here. Or if you catch a chalk spot, it messes things up.
Well, it's funny you mention that because I saw Will there and he's using the town chalk, which doesn't mark the cue ball. So that's very, very interesting.
Yeah,
that's why a lot of snooker players use it. Avoids the kicks, the skids as you call them.
Yeah, that's it. And doesn't it shock you when it happens? It's amazing. What happened?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You got to catch this perfect.
He seemed to rush that one just a little bit.
Yeah,
got down and hit it.
Yeah, and by the way, Jim as you can see, his stature, he's a really strong guy. And he has a tendency to power with his body this shot. This is more wrist shot.
Yeah.
When you get somebody that's powerful like that, it's hard to hold back with the body. Now see the distance here? We're talking maybe 3/4 to an inch. This is not really a fouet. They're using they've given some leverage on distances here. It's much more difficult this way, I think. Boy, I'm glad I'm not competing. This is difficult.
Do you miss it, Tom? Do you miss competing?
Well, how do I answer that? I tell you what, I do miss it a little bit with the classic of what I used to do. In other words, I'm working on something now called a Legends event that our company wants to sponsor, and it would bring back the classic players of the game, maybe 4 or 5 of the great players, and have a Legends Artistic Pool Championship. So
that's very important.
Yeah, I'd like to do that for the benefits of guys like Mike and Stefano and Charles Darling and maybe Sebastian Cimelli and Bogdan and those guys. Because players come in and they say, geez, we'd love to see you guys, So, and we're getting older, we're not old, but we're in our 70s, and if we don't do it soon, people will never have a chance to see them. The people in the game of artistic pool, they always wanted to see Mosconi and Fats and things. But in artistic pool, there's people that are known, and they watched them for years. I mean, I've been out of it now for 12 years. And I've been asked many times, why don't I play? Well, I'd like to give it one last hurrah with my peers that I played with.
I think the problem is, as we get older, we lose that kind of will and desire to practice, and of course we all know without practice we don't perform as well as we want. There he's got the little tool out, look, the little 2mm spacer.
Now here's a fouet. This is a true fouet. That's the 2mm spacer. It has to be 2mm, and this is a fouet, a true fouet shot. By the way, Mark, just to address that point you made, what we've done in like a Legends, we've created. I used to have a tour called the Dr. Q Artistic Pool Tour, and it was shots that weren't rated from 6 to 10, they were rated from 4 to 8. So we had shots that people could make at entry levels. So what we did, we would take that program and bring it into the older guys that even if you don't practice as much, they'll be able to make the shots, and we want the fan base to see the shots being made. Because these kind of shots we're not going to make hardly anymore because we don't practice them, but they can make the other shots.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I like this particular one. So it's the draw from the close proximity from 2 millimeters round the back of that ball, 2 rails.
Listen to the whip crack. Hear the crack of the whip? Oh, yeah, I think he hit it good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he went behind it. If it counts, if it makes it, doesn't it? Oh, I think that counts. If it goes behind, as long as you make that ball, that can come behind that rack, and I don't know if he knows it or not. They have an allowance as long as that ball drops.
Yeah, it looked like it might have made it.
I
know.
I know. I'm almost positive that's in the program that it just has to drop whether it hits any part of the rack, including the side of the rack against the rail. I don't know. Maybe they've added. There's little modifications they've made on some of these shots. We'll see here. And Steve's just come back to the game. So, sometimes you come back the way it used to be. That's kind of what's in your mind yet, and maybe there's a new modification that they're not familiar with. It's hard to remember. There's too many points at every shot.
What's that little 2 millimeter tool called? If you tell me it's a 2 millimeter tool, I'm gonna be very angry. What is it called?
Well, it's called a 2 millimeter tool. Now, Mark, you know better than to ask me that. That's what it's called. Now, you knew that was coming. That's funny. You knew that was coming. The guy. That's funny. Did you hear the other day? It was earlier. I don't know if you heard this or not. We were doing the playoff. You guys streamed. Remember the playoff shot with Jimmy Glanville?
Yes, I do. I was sitting here.
Do you remember? Here, look at this. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yes.
There it is. Good shot.
Yes.
So get this, Mark. We're doing the playoff shot. I don't know if you watched that or it was hilarious. Jason,
Yeah, I was commentating, yeah.
Okay, Jason Lynch. Yeah, it was with Brian. Jason Lynch asked me, he says, we're going to do this window shot. And he says, this is a fairly old shot. It's like years old. And he asked me, he says, how old is it, Tom? Because I'm the history guy, right? And I said, well, it's old. It was just what you said. It's years old. And everybody laughed. It's like it was a 40-year-old shot or something. It was funny. So you asked me, or you asked for that one. Oh, that's funny.
Brian pointed it out. We were commentating on that.
Yeah. I don't think we have a name for that tool. It's just called a 2 millimeter gauge tool. It's all it is. Maybe you could come up with a name for it. Then we could use your name.
The Railbirds TV 2 millimeter gauge tool.
Oh, there you go. How do you like that one? They could sponsor. They could put like 10,000 using that tool. It would be awesome.
We have a question.
Yeah.
We have a question from Winning Gambler for you, Tom. Does Andy Siegel still play in these trick shot type competitions?
No, Andy now is a math teacher, I think, in a college somewhere. There, years ago, I don't want to get into all that, but basically, he was one of the greatest players we ever had, won world titles and everything in ESPN, but there were some things in the industry that happened in our movement, and Andy is no longer with us, along with a few other guys. But it's okay. He was one of our pioneering guys, one of the greatest players we ever had.
Hope that answers your question, Winning Gambler.
So here we go. Now this is a cute shot. He's going to hit this ball. See, okay, here's what happens. He hits the cue ball. These balls are frozen together with the cue ball. He hits into the first ball. Now, how many balls is the cue ball against? Let's count them. We're going to figure this out together, everybody that's watching. He's got 1, 2, 3. There's 5 balls against the cue ball. So, all right, good. Now, what does each ball weigh? This is a test. I'm going to give everybody a test.
6 ounces.
Okay,
no,
and there's
3
5
ounces.
No, 5 ounces. There's 6. Now you got me
5
confused.
ounces.
Every ball is 6 ounces. Now, Mark,
30 ounces.
Mark, you don't get the answer to this, okay?
We need that guy Siegel. He's a maths teacher. Come on, come back. All is
Mark,
forgiven.
listen, Mark, pay attention. There's 5 balls in a reel. That's 6 times 5. How many ounces is that? 30. I'll answer the question.
30.
I'll ask him. And the cue ball is 6 ounces. You have 30 ounces pushing the cue ball backwards. You just punch it. It comes up in the air and goes over the row of balls. It comes around. This is it. Watch it come back. Oh, it's got to come. It's got to come back up to this long rail up here by the short rail. Go around and go down the cue and make the 8 aside. I'm going to do a test for our viewers. I'm going to do a test here for our viewers. You don't have to really draw this much because it comes back automatically. Now he didn't put enough. He actually came back to. He's got to hit less of the 1 ball. Aim a little bit to the right more, and the cue ball will bounce up, over, and then back around. If you go too deep into it, it'll just come straight back. Here we go. Now you good view right here.
Perfect angle. This is what we want to see.
No, he moved the ball there.
No.
You can't hit anything in that row. Okay, maybe Steve will shoot this. This is actually in this degree of difficulty. This is probably the best shot they're going to shoot. Is he going to shoot differently? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here.
How many cues in general would an artistic pool player carry with him?
Boy, what a question, Mark. I'll tell you what, in the early days, we only had 4 or 5. We had a standard cue. We had a little lighter cue for some draw shots. We had a few variations of tips. We had a jump cue, and we had a masse cue. There was like 5, 6, 7 cues max. Now they have 5 or 6 types of jump cues, designated jump sticks. They have 4 or 5 masse cues. They have all these different things with different tips for different shots, like bowlers. They got a ball for the spare. They got a ball for the split. They got a ball for this. So they're in a case right now. They have these big luggage cases, these big cases that usually for dealers selling cues. There's sometimes as many as 25 cues in those cases.
Let me ask you one more question while it's in the shot.
Yeah.
Why do they always put their triangle up the wrong way? They've got their name on it. Come on, we want to read it.
Well, because they're used to playing in Australia. Did you understand what I said?
Well, they're good at. I did. They're good at jumping, so lots of kangaroo jumping going on here.
Well, in Australia, it's the correct side because when you go to the other side of the earth, that rack's actually looking at it differently.
But won't all the balls fall off the table in Australia?
That is correct. That's right. And the toilets run backwards. Here.
Oh, I think he heard us. He fixed it.
They do.
Did you see?
They do. Yeah.
Look what he did. Oh, this is.
He must have heard us.
Look at his new nickname, Blue Shark. He was Cool, Calm, and Collected years ago, the Philly Flash, and now he's the Blue Shark. Here we go. Watch him. He'll make this probably. He loves his shot. See where he's cueing it? Just kind of center low, a little bit of left English. Oh man, that wasn't good.
Wow.
He kind of pushed that ball. Listen, if you want to have some fun at home trying this shot, be prepared to move in for about 2 days. This is a pretty tough shot. There, see the cue? Look at that. You don't have to hit it too hard. You just have to punch it. We try to overpower this shot. You can't overpower it. It's a good shot when it's made. Hopefully one of these guys will make this shot because this is pretty. And if you want to see it first time, you can just go visit Mark there in Thailand. He'll demonstrate it.
It's on my video, Tom.
Is it on your video? Man.
It's on my video.
What kind of editing machine do you use? You got a special editing machine?
Yeah, Florian Kohler.
Watch it. Look at
He
this.
actually
Look at
does
this.
everything.
Look at, watch it.
Yes,
watch
he's
it.
got it. He's got it.
Oh, he's got to make all those balls. Look
He
at
didn't make it. Oh.
the one last ball didn't go in. The rack must have moved a little bit. Let's see what happened here. This is interesting. This was the way you shoot the shot. Let's see what happens. The 3 ball doesn't go. Let's see what it does.
The train got derailed. Oh, it double kissed on the 14.
Yeah, that's what happened. But see, there's the shot. Cue ball comes down, makes the 8. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Fabulous.
Yeah, I love
I love the spin that it gets off this cushion.
Yeah.
Off this back right cushion as we're looking.
Yeah. These guys will sell you some of that spin. They make a little profit off this spin, and you could probably buy it anytime you want it. Come on, Steve, do it this time, buddy. I'm sorry, Mark, what do you need, buddy?
No, I was just going to ask if you're still doing shows at all.
Oh,
I'd like to see one of your shows. I've never seen your show.
Yeah. Oh, here, look at,
Yes,
look at,
yes,
look at,
yes,
look at,
yes,
look at.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
There you go. Okay. Now, Mark, I'm really kind of hurt here. I can't imagine you've never seen a Dr. Q show.
We have one
I
on
think
our
I
channel.
have actually at
You have
Derby
what?
City or somewhere.
Okay. I did over 5,000 shows in my life, all over the world, 40 countries. And in 2020, when COVID hit, we went off tour, and I go and do shows now when I get called.
That's no score.
Huh? What?
That cue ball is supposed to be on the center diamond. That's no score.
Do they know?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. We have
Seems like
we have to cover something here a second. Excuse me.
That cue ball has to be on that center diamond.
They're going to read the rules here. There's a specific placement. They're going to have a check on clarification of rules here about where the cue ball was placed with the 5 balls. So let's see what they find out here. Mark, to answer your question about they'll get that worked out about the shows. It's still my favorite thing to do is the shows. I do shows when they call me. I've got all my national events in Vegas, so I'm doing that with shows and teaching. I love teaching probably more than anything, besides doing jokes that aren't funny. But the bottom line is I'm still doing it. I'm doing actually shows here in the back room because I do outreach ministry as well, and I'm doing the ministry shows. We've done that now with Gospel Trick Shot Ministries, and it's just wonderful. I mean, I love doing them. It's really a passion. That's what I've been equipped for in life. So.
Yeah, I did an interview with Jason just before this tournament, and he was talking about that it's called RACS, isn't it, or something? The organisation for the Gospel Trick Shots.
Yeah. What was the exact question, Mark? I had a little interference. What was the exact question, buddy?
Yeah, I was talking to Jason in
Yes.
an interview, and he mentioned about this RACS, which
Oh,
is the Gospel Trick
Yeah.
Shots.
Okay, what it is, Mark, it's the GTS is Gospel Trick Shot. It's 25-year-old ministry Steve Lillis put together. You probably know Steve Lillis.
Yeah,
And,
I know Steve.
And with Steve, I had a vision in '84 called the Rack Vision, and the rack it was combined with the gospel ministry. So we have what's called a Rack team, and the Rack team goes around with Gospel Trick Shot, and we share life lessons on the pool table based upon our ministry work. And we travel the world with it. We can get in places where nobody ever gets into with our message.
South Africa, for example.
We did gospel shows in the arena. We went to Morocco, did gospel shows. We did them. We actually did one for Hezbollah. Nobody ever gets there. So there's many stories about how we've had doors open up, and that actually is where, Mark, I really want to dedicate my life, is to share, because there's too many people hurting in the world, and they need to hear at least hope. We share hope.
Yeah, well said.
So
And it
that's what
starts
I'm
with
doing.
The youth.
Yeah, if I never did another show in the, quote, realm of the billiard industry, because I was doing all ministry shows, I probably would just do that. But I'm not being led that way yet. I'm still here because people need to hear it there. I do life lessons on the table in a, quote, secular environment, but I know where my limits are. You can only say so much. So when we have full-blown permission to do our faith shows, we let it go, and it's great, and people are reached, and they have some hope now in life.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why are the pool gods so cruel?
Well, the pool god I know is not cruel. he loves pool players, and he really, we have a verse. I'm going to tell you, Mark, we have a verse we use for here and also in our ministry. It's based upon, it says, play skillfully with a shout of joy. So that particular God, who's the one I serve, knows how much this game means by playing skillfully, but you got to do it with joy. The cruel ones are the ones that we've created in our mind, and we believe it's, quote, the pool gods are bad. But if you have that one relationship, it's the best you can ever do. So I don't look at it as quite that same way. As I know we're doing something we love sharing, and I know that God wants us to
tell that to Drew Sozio. He knows all about the pool gods. Andrew Sozio.
I know listen, Mark, we're working on a lot of people. Okay, look at this. Look at this.
Yes.
Look at this.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, Mark,
Brilliant.
It's kind of interesting. What we do is, just so you know, our job is not to convert. Our job is to plant seeds. We plant the seeds, and it gets watered. Some will succumb or surrender. Others don't. It's okay. It's not in our hands. We're simply here to share a message. That's all. No force.
There's plenty of force in that shot. Brilliant.
Oh, look at this. Look
Played
at the force. How do you like it?
perfection.
Do you like that one? That's in your video. Oh, what's the rack say? Oh, it said Masters Champion. See, that's one of those Masters Champion deals. I hope they do the one. Oh, yes, here's my favorite shot. This is it. Other than the starburst, this is my favorite shot. Okay, you ready for the illusion? Look at the diagram. This is awesome. We leave that up a second. The cue ball hits the yellow ball in the corner. It's a fouette, 2 millimeter. He'll get that fancy little tool called the 2 millimeter gauge out. It comes back and fouettes back. It hits the side, the in rail, the side, and look at, you see the cue stick? It starts backing up. The cue moves, swivels over like a gate, and the cue ball backs up into the ball on the side. I love this shot. I can still do this shot, by the way, about 1 out of 100. I love the shot. This is a great, great shot. You're going to love this. And one of these guys is going to make it.
Well, let's hope it takes them less than 3 rather than 100.
Oh, look at that. He's using that gauge.
Oh, look. That little tool.
Looky. It's the 2 millimeter gauge.
The railbirdstv.com 2 millimeter gauge.
That's exactly correct. Make a note. You ought to flash that right up, little print up there. The TV rail, the Railbird's gauge. I love it.
You need your logo on it.
Well,
Yeah.
I actually 3D printed a prototype with our logo on it.
You did?
I did, yes.
Oh, I love that. You know, nobody's ever thought about that. Mark, you've opened up a whole new genre here for potential marketing, you know? Probably sell thousands of those gauges all over the world.
Well, probably sell tens of them.
Well, at least tens of them. Okay, here we go. Watch it, guys. Now, listen, I want you to watch. The 3 will probably go in, but I want you to watch this cue ball when it hits 2 rails, what it starts, and watch that cue stick, what it does. See, you can't get, the cue ball won't go through because that ball's in it. Watch the gate open up. Come on, Steve, hit it.
Got some right hand spin as well.
Yeah, watch this. Oh, look at, no.
He's miscued.
He did miss. I'll tell you what. This shot I get excited on. I'm liable to go out and jump up in the air for them if they don't jump on this one. This is a great shot. This, when I do shows this is one of the shots I usually do, and I make it about every 3 or 4 years. It's a wonderful shot.
Well, he looks like Dexter.
Dexter? Do I know Dexter?
From the TV series Dexter.
Guess you never saw the TV show.
No.
Well, I've
He
led a
does, doesn't he, Kevin?
I've led a restricted life.
Yeah, but probably Dexter's not for you, Tom. I wouldn't recommend it for you.
Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Well, Steve Markle is a cop in his day job, and Dexter was a cop. So.
Well, there you go.
Yes, he was.
Okay, here we go, guys. Come on, Steve, make this shot. You guys got to see this shot. You're going to fall in love with it, I guarantee you, because it's an illusion. Watch this cue ball when it comes off that rail, open up the gate and start backing up. Come on, Steve. Nope. He's got it. He's got to go a little bit straighter on the shot. He's a little bit
Straighter, yeah, he's cutting it too much.
He's got too much angle, yes. And by the way, this again is a fouette. Fouette means to whip, and it's a fast, there's no arm, it's all wrist. This is a wrist action. As fast as you can do a karate chop, that's what you're doing here. If you got a 7th degree black belt, you can do this shot. Look at that. There he's using that little thing again. That's cool.
It's like those things you used to use to check the gap on your spark plugs, called a feeler gauge.
That's what this is used for, probably. Yeah. You're right. That's exactly what it is.
Let's hope he can fire on all cylinders in this last attempt. Come on.
Come on, Steve. Make this shot. I mean, you got to see this thing. Come on. I'll tell you what. If he don't make it, I'm going out there and shoot it. It's going to be awesome.
You just said that in front of millions. Well,
yeah. Well, they know I'm kidding. They know I'm kidding. Yeah, tens of people. Come on. Oh no, he pushed it. See.
Oh.
That's the arm.
Oh.
He tried to. What happened to that
no
ball?
wrist.
Yeah, he pushed it. Okay, somebody else shoot it. Somebody else come on,
get out there. Get
come
out
on.
there.
Be brave.
Doctor.
Come on. I'll tell you what. When we're done here, I might just go out and shoot that shot. Same shot. Here we go.
Same shot.
Come on, Will. I'd like to see somebody make this. This is a pretty one. This is considered, I think this is a 10, so it's...
That's been happening all week.
Such a fun guy, Will DeYonker.
Oh,
really
man.
loves his work, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, you know, he was, I mentioned before, he was a national spokesperson for the National Autism Association. So he's thinking a little bit more in the mathematical side of the game than we normally do, but he has a special ability. That's why he got that high score one time. What a guy. We've become best of friends. I mean, he's just an A-top guy, I'll tell you. Look at his rack. He's got a flag on the table.
Very patriotic.
I think so. By the way, you see the cue laying on the table? It's very light. It weighs about 3.5 ounces. That's a Dr. Popper, one of our designated jump sticks. A Dr. Popper.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them in Vegas.
Yeah. Mark Demick was the creator of that. Mark Demick was one of our former presidents of the Artistic Pool Division for 6 years, and he did a great job with the movement, and he had a company he formed. It was a Dr. Popper jump cues, and he sold this cue for a long time. Marty Carey's another one of our sponsors. They've got a cue similar, but this Dr. Popper was only 3.5, I think, maybe 4 ounces, and it really pioneered shots we could never do. This was, you could do them with the shaft of a stick, but it wasn't legal. It had to be at least 40 inches, you know. This is, I think, 41 inches.
I remember Marty Carey from Vegas. He was on the corner booth there.
Yeah.
Near the Q-Tech booth. I remember him well.
Absolutely. And then, you know, when he had his cue, he made like 6 or 7 colors of them. I mean, he was really into the business. He sold a lot of those. Mark sold a lot of cues. I'll tell you what, it's interesting, Mark. A lot of the products in the industry that came about that have been selling well were because of Artistic Pool. They were things that evolved, and then when players found out how they could use them by the demonstrations you see here, they said, we might be able to use that in a regular game. And they started using them, and it became legal because they were over 40 inches, you know.
Well, it's a bit like NASA and Formula One, isn't it? The cars. A lot of the technology comes through from that, and then, of course, filters down into our own domestic cars.
By the way, do you see the cue stick? It's closer to the ball on the rail. That hit Steve's is, as long as you can't get a ball through there now. His is better, so when he's got less room to sneak in there to hit that cue. This is a little bit tougher setup because the swinging gate, you have to enter the swinging gate, and you don't have as much room to get in there. If you move that cue over a little bit, maybe a 1/4 inch, you can get in the swinging gate easier. Let's see what there he used it too. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Come on, William. He's focused.
Railbird's 2 millimeter. Railbirds TV 2M.
Here we go. Come on. He's pushing it, too much arm. Oh, I hate to have to go out there. I don't
You're
know.
gonna have to get that. Go and get your cue ready.
I don't need a cue. I'm going to use their cue. They'll think it's in my cue. I want to make sure they know that it can be done with. I can do it with about any kind of cue. This shot, if you stroke it right, you can make the shot. But
You
see, Mark.
realise now,
Yeah, go ahead.
at the end of this, you're gonna. If they don't make this shot at the end of this particular round, you're gonna have to go out there and do it live on Railbirds TV with the Railbirds TV 2mm spacer.
And what am I going to do? Are we trying to promote the Railbirds 2mm gauge? Is that what we're trying to do here?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that is 2mm. It might
What?
only be 1.5.
What, the gauge?
Yeah.
Oh no, we've had these engineered exactly.
How do you gauge the weight? How do you gauge the thickness of it?
Well, we use 2mm.
You've got another tool. Oh,
man,
miscue.
I'm starting to get nervous. Boy, I hate to have to go
Better
out
start
there.
warming up.
You know what though? I think
Start
I am.
warming up.
I think I don't have to. I'm just going to go out and hit it. I'm going to guarantee I'm making that shot if it takes me until the next round gets started.
Oh.
So get your film. You got enough footage in your cameras here for this?
I'll load up a fresh roll of film just for
No,
you.
I have here, sure. Yeah, put me on the spot. I am. I'm going to go out and do that
Those-
shot.
I think he's going to do it this time.
Come on. Nope, too much arm.
No. Too much arm again. I was just
No.
only watching his back arm there, and there
Yeah.
was no wrist whatsoever.
No, it's
just
got
arm.
to be all. Come on, Jimmy. Same shot. Come on, say same shot. Say it. What? Huh? Oh, he changed. Oh, darn.
I'd see.
Darn, he's trying to change.
Well,
to a
you're
different
definitely
shot.
going out there,
Oh boy,
Tom.
pressure's on me. Are you going to stick around, Mark? If I do?
I'm not going to bed till he make it.
He's not going to go anywhere. Oh boy. Yeah, I am going to do it. I know I can do that shot. These guys, they got plenty of cues to choose from. I'll use one of their sticks. You just got to promise there's no laughing, and you're going to do editing later, so you're not going to see any misses, okay?
Well, Owen Glanville is in the chat.
What's the name? Glanville in the chat?
Owen
Oh,
Glanville
Owen. I wonder
in the chat.
who is Owen, I wonder.
Maybe his son?
That's his nephew. Wait, here's Brenda. It's his nephew? Oh, it's his nephew. Does he do the tricks?
Ah.
He's watching them right now. Does he play pool? Wow, he's just watching his uncle. What do you think of that?
I think it's rather cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I wonder if he says uncle, uncle when he gives up. Okay.
Come on, Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah, how about that? Now, that was a push. I don't think that would have counted. This one is again. This is an Earl they have, and they because it's a stroke. You can go fouet, or you could. In this shot, they're allowing the. I think it's got to be less than a half an inch is what it is, and stroke is an unusual.
Where's the
category.
half-inch gauge? Where's the half-inch gauge?
Well, Railbirds is working on that. They're going to have a whole line. By the way, Mark, you don't notice, but I have a whole line of lag cues. Did you know that?
Lag cues.
Yeah, because some people they hit a lag too easy. I have a lag cue that hits it a little bit harder. So I got like 5 or 6 speeds of lag cues. It's amazing how
You're a
you can
funny
lag
guy.
well. Just pick the right lag cue and you're doing fine. That's probably my worst joke.
I think this is no, it isn't.
I've heard worse.
Here he goes. He never gives up. I kind of like
You
working
know,
with this.
Tom, the thing with artistic pull shots, right, I've noticed, is when they work, they look absolutely mind-blowing.
Yes.
When they don't work, they look atrocious.
They look at and they should say Uncle Uncle. No.
Yes. Oh.
No. Okay. They're done, I think. You know what that means. Boy.
Get out there.
Wait, are they done? Okay. Okay, I'm going to
done.
go out.
Get out there, Tom.
Mark, it was a joy. I'm going to go try it. Bye.
Please, let's watch this. Please stay with
right.
this. I want to see him.
I think
if
he's
he
really
can
going to go do
this.
it. He's going to go do
Yeah.
it.
Let's stay with it then. This is great. I love this.
All right,
A
show
man
us
of
how it's
his
done,
word.
Tom. Show us how it's done.
Come on then, set it up. We haven't got all day, Tom. Come on. What do you reckon the odds of him getting it are?
50-50. Either he does or he doesn't. All right, let's fast forward this. Come on. Chop, chop.
Stop talking, Tom. I know that's difficult, but stop talking.
Might as well ask him to stop breathing. Hey, there's no
having a little
warm-ups.
practice
There's no
stroke.
practice. What's with the
Yeah,
practice?
no warms up. Come on.
This guy.
He's even got somebody setting it all up for him. Look, he just wants to come and play the stroke. Now, remember him saying, it's all in the wrist.
Yep.
3 balls out. Well,
Hurry up.
kudos to him going out there and actually trying it, huh?
All right, hurry up, Tom. I'm running out of film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
I'm
think we're
getting-
just going to watch it for one attempt.
I'm getting a low battery warning on my camera. I better hurry up.
Okay, here we go. It's all in the wrist. Wouldn't it be amazing if he did it first time?
That would be pretty cool.
It would be. One for the show reel. Right, don't start talking, Tom. Just play the show. He's talking. Come on, open the gate, Tom. It's all in the wrist.
All right, here we go, Tom.
Well, he's a brave guy.
Yep. Oh, look at this. Oh, so close.
Oh.
That was pretty close.
Let's stay for one more attempt then, because he did get really, really close, didn't he?
He did.
.5:30 p.m. Michigan. When's the next round? When he finishes this.
Yeah, so it
He
might be a
said.
while. 8 p.m. is the
What a
next match.
character.
Hopefully you can have this done before then. So you only got 2.5 hours till the next round starts, Tom. So the clock's a ticking.
Here we go.
All right, now for 9 points. Well, he missed the ball.
Four more shots.
Well, we might as well stay for one more.
Might as well. All right, this is your
They
third
all
and final,
get three
third and final
chances.
attempt.
Yeah, tell him, put a bit of pressure on him. Tom Rossman, retired.
All right, now for 8 points.
No.
Nope.
He pushed
You're all
it.
done. Nope. That's your three chances. You're done, Tom. All right. So that does conclude this round. Here, let me put up the scores of the players here. So our next round is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's about 2.5 hours from now. Tom will probably still be trying this shot when we come back at 8 o'clock. So I am Kevin Ross, along with Tom Rossman, Mark White. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys in about 2.5 hours. So thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
See you guys.